This is Dave's Had Enough 187. This is a video to do with new Friday the 13th video game possibly coming in October 2015. And another video from Dave. And yeah, before I get into all that, I want to address a comment in my comment section of my last video. I did a video on the Order 1886, a rumor that's going around pretty much about it possibly having online multiplayer added and why the game was delayed because they wanted to add online multiplayer. Now this article that I used, I just grabbed an article. I seen a couple, like 2 or 3 of them, but they were all the same article, all came from the same source, and I didn't look into it far enough, alright? But originally where I was talking to people about it was in party chat and other friends that were possibly, they're really interested in this game and want it possibly to have online multiplayer. But I just grabbed an article. I don't never usually do that because I don't like the bullshit that goes on with articles. Some people just want to, they lose their shit over it, like if the article is bullshit or whatever. But it was a rumor. I never said it was a fact or anything. And like Wolflow said in your comment, dude, he's pretty much said, not all of us have time to, let me state exactly what he said, or I'll probably catch hell for that. Like he says, good point about the source. I just don't think everyone has the time to look into every editor's history, but instead just take them with a grain of salt. Alright? I didn't look into the author's history like you did, but what's good about your comment is that you debunked the whole article, if that's where everybody's getting this idea from, alright? It was a rumor, dude, I don't really usually report news articles, and that's actually something that I'm going to start doing on this channel, just once in a while, because I want to keep the videos going. I do like to make up my own shit, but sometimes it's hard to do that all the time. And I'm really interested in the Order. It's one of my most anticipated games besides The Devil's Third. And I appreciate your, your comments, your fucking book you wrote. I used to do it too, so I can't sit there and judge anybody for writing a fucking book on my page, because I used to do it to other people. People get into this shit. But dude, it's not the end of the world. I just reported a rumor. But I appreciate your comment. I'm sorry you're disappointed in me for reporting a rumor. It is what it is. Like I said, if I'm not starting no drama on this channel, I'm just reporting, getting back to a person in my comment section, my last video. I'm leaving the video up. It's a fucking rumor. As much detail as you went into that whole thing, discovering the author and everything, you need to go outside and discover fucking pussy. It's out there. I think once you discover that, it will change your life and you won't worry about this shit so much. Just saying. Alright, pretty much, new Friday the 13th game in development. Actually, pretty much you're going to be actually able to take the role of Jason Voorhees and chase people around like or you could be the campers. That's pretty cool. It's going to be like Evolve. I guess that's kind of where they got the idea how to do this game. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Not only do they have a Friday the 13th game in development, but they're going to be rebooting the movie, and they're going to have a TV show coming soon. So that's great. I'm a big Jason fan. Friday the 13th. I love the old video game. I think it was 26 years ago where they made the first video game, but I played that game to death. My brother had the NES, like I said. I used to play all his shit. All his games, and I got the Super Nintendo, but I loved the NES. I loved a lot of the games that it had on it, like the Freddy Krueger game, the Jaws game. Those were some of my favorite games on the NES, those 3 games, and those are games that we never see on Nintendo no more, but we used to back in the day. That's why people say Nintendo isn't the same, because you used to get games like that, like Friday the 13th, whatever they called the Freddy game, whether it was Nightmare on Elm Street or Freddy Krueger, I forgot the name of it. Jaws, those games were fucking out of this world for that time. If you were around in that era and experienced those games around that time, it's kind of different now when you go back and play those games because of all the new graphics we got. It just makes those games look like shit, and people are like, what did I find interesting about this game at that time? You have to really understand, for being around at that time, That was what we had for graphics. That was what blew us away. That's what's like now it's blowing us away. That what blew us away back then. Like, these graphics are amazing, but back then, those graphics were amazing. And those fucking games were amazing. But yeah, that's my video. It's possibly coming in October 2015. They want to get this around Halloween. This will be a day one purchase for me. I'm even hyped for Evolve, even though a lot of people didn't really, like the beta or whatever. They said the monster was underpowered or whatever. But if they do this game right, it's going to be great. I'm buying it either way. I'm a big fan of horror movies, and I love horror games. And that's something I want to see again. I want to see horror movies again in games. Like, I would love to see when the next Freddy Krueger comes out, make a game out of it. It'd be great. Those games were always fun to play. Jaws, any of them. I loved them. Some of my favorite games back in the day was playing that Freddy Krueger and you're in the junkyard fighting Freddy, or looking for you're in the cabins, like looking behind the bookshelves for Jason, or you're in the water and there he comes, or driving around your little boat and then you go into that little section where you're a little scuba diver and then Jaws comes. I love that shit. But yeah, that's my video. Possibly a new Friday the 13th game coming in 2015. And Matt Robinson, man, I'm not trying to be a dick, it's just, you went a little overboard, dude. It was just a rumor, man. That's all. No, I appreciate you as a subscriber, but that's crazy. You're like disappointed in me and all this shit. Come on, dude, get real, alright? It's a rumor. It's not the end of the world. Other than that, too, I would like to start, gaming tournaments on this channel. I would like to do it with Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and Injustice for the Mario Kart 8 and Smash Brothers for the Wii U. For PlayStation 4, I'd like to do UFC. I would like to do Injustice. I would like to do Last of Us tournaments, like 4-on-4 matches. I would like to do Call of Duty, if that's possible. The new one, the Advanced Warfare, anything. Guys, tell me in the comment section what games you have out of Call of Duty, Battlefield, any of those games. Tell me in the comment section. Tell me if you have Smash Brothers, if you have Mario Kart 8, if you're on the Nintendo side, if you're on the PlayStation side, and you have The Last of Us, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Injustice Gods Among Us, UFC. Tell me in the comment section, and we'll get some tournaments together. I'll get a group of people. We'll make like a elimination thing, and we'll have fun. It's something I've been wanting to do, and something I want to start this year, something new. And tell me in the comment section about what you think about the new Friday the 13th game coming out, possibly the new movie that they're rebooting, the TV show, of course the game, like I said. Tell me about the gaming tournament if you'd be interested in that. And yeah, that's my video. More videos to come. Thank you, YouTube.